Hi, family. I just wanted to say hello again. My name is Phyllis Rigel Cowan, and I am here to talk to you today about a segment that I recently did on Rightfully So with the spiritual doula, Angie Hosley, recently, and you can find it on Facebook. Go to Rightfully So and check it out. And this segment was done approximately 2 weeks ago, and it was the name of the segment is Wednesday's Pearls of Wisdom. And I talked a little bit about self-care. So what I want to do is expound on that subject matter on today, because a lot of people don't really take the time to acknowledge who they are and spend time with self. We touched on some topics, just basic things, and we discussed, of course, my ministry and how it relates to self-care, which was a topic, a subject matter that we discussed. But I wanted to kind of expound on it a little bit. And I had to do some research myself and find out exactly what were pearls of wisdom. And I found out that that's exactly what they discussed or thought um, many, many years ago. I won't say ancient history, but they've always thought that the wisdom was acquired through experience. And we still today also believe that as well. And the pearls are symbolic of wisdom through the experience that we have, and it's also believed to offer protection to us as women to attract good luck in our life, good fortune. It's said to be of purity, generosity, integrity, and wisdom and loyalty. So I wanted to first talk about one of the main concerns that I had, which is just a few topics that I want to hit on under that subject matter. And that is the first one is remaining yourself. And that is begin by taking time to meditate on the ideas that you have, your visions, your dreams, finding yourself being drawn to on a daily basis. There are things that are within us that we desire to do and have or to experience in our life, and we don't take time to nurture that, or as one of my friends say, crystallize that. Crystallizing it meaning compound that idea, and so that it can be a product that you can focus on and manifest that thing. The other thing is reinventing yourself. Maybe you have to reinvent yourself to acquire the things that you desire that are of interest to you to further pursue it. Sometimes we don't acknowledge the fact that this isn't working, or that particular thing isn't working for us anymore, and it's time for change, and we don't want to envelop into the change that we are being inspired to envelop to become. Just like the metamorphosis of a butterfly from the cocoon. Things change, they evolve, and we have to set our mind to be open and receptive to the change and the evolvement that our minds and our bodies and our spirits are going to adapt to, because we don't want to become complacent. So we have to always be evolving and ready for change. When we do that, we have to decide what exactly our interests are and desires so that we can pursue them. Okay? Number 3 of remaining yourself is set a realistic goal and time frame in which to acquire this or accomplish this that you're setting out to do or to accomplish. Don't set it out for 3 years. You want to make the accomplishments more at hand. If it's not something that you actually want to acquire within 6 months to a year, then that you wanted to acquire in 3 years, that can be a long range goal. But what is it that you can do within this next 6 months to a year that will get you geared toward what your interest is, your desire, so that you can accomplish it? Because realistically, we want to set these goals so that you can accomplish what it is. You don't want to continue to keep putting it off, and it becomes so faded that you don't even understand what you really started with when you set out for the goal. Number 4 is write a realistic plan of action. I know that may sound like, okay, I already know what I want, but it sounds good in the mind. But when you start talking about it, it's pieces missing. when you sit down and you start writing about it, you find out it's even more details that you have to attach to the vision. So make a realistic plan of action written so that you can acknowledge it and you can pursue it. Number 5, those of you that have or have not make a vision board. Vision boards or vision boards are a realistic way for you to attach your vision, your idea of a vision in a format where you can see it and you can focus on it daily. Some of us call it treasure mapping, but when we do this, we're acknowledging that we have that goal and we're seeing it visually through on a day-to-day basis. It becomes more tangible to us. So make that vision board, make that treasure map, whatever it is that you have to do so that you can accomplish that vision, that desire, that dream that you have within you. And also make sure that you're going to do it within it. If you have to do the vision board and break it down into time frames, which would make it easier for you to make accomplishments and see it come to fruition rather than you being disappointed about it. But you're going to make realistic time frames and intervals where you can accomplish what it is that you set out to desire. Number 6, be proactive. I can't stress it enough. Be proactive. Don't be a complacent dreamer. Don't want it and desire it and think it's supposed to just fall in your lap. Baby, you got work to do. Half the work is the fact that you accept it. The other 90% is you working it so that you can get it. Yeah, it's 90%. You have to work that vision, which means that it's mind work. It starts right there in the mind. If you can see it, you can attain it. And if you know that, then you will go for it. Okay, so the second topic that I want to discuss is self-care. The most important part of you becoming all things good. You can't forget about yourself when you're trying to do whatever you're doing. You're really the most important person in your life, so you have to always remember that. Self-care is becoming proactive in your health, your well-being, and especially during stressful times. Sometimes, especially now with COVID-19 and the riots and all these other things that are going on in the universe, we have to always take time to de-stress. Do your self-care. Love you. Manage time just for you. Spend time with you doing you. Making sure you're happy, healthy, well. Reassess your values in terms of your health check, your diet, or the way that you spend your day. You make quality time for yourself. Are you spending time with being just one with nature to just identify who you are and reassess your thoughts? That's self-care, okay? It's your healthy relationship that's going to promote you to have everything that you acknowledge as being important in your life, okay? It keeps you sharp, it keeps you motivated, and it increases your confidence. Know that it is your law of attraction. I couldn't have said it better. It's your law of attraction, okay? What you think about, you bring about. So if you're thinking healthy thoughts, then you bring about those healthy thoughts. When you can open your mind and your heart and your spirit and receive the good that God has, or the spiritual that the universe has for you, then and take in the things that you are receiving, then you can project these things outwardly. And once you'll be able to project these things outwardly, guess what? More of the same is going to be attracted to you. But you have to start with you first, okay? So the next thing I want to talk about is, of course, your plan of physical, intellectual, and social plan of care. Those are very important, okay? We need to do whatever it takes to make sure that we're healthy, not just eating the right things, but going to our checkups, going to the dental checkups, making sure that we're physically fit. If you need to lose those extra few pounds or inches, and I know I do, and it's very, very difficult. I don't care what I've done. I've lost, but I haven't lost as much, but I'm still working at it. Don't give up on you. You are important. You are the love of your life. Okay? Get your proper rest. Get your sleep. Set a goal for yourself. I want to be 60 and fit into a bikini with no belly. I got a couple years, but that's what I want. Okay. Yes, right now I would love to be able to do that, but realistically I'm having difficulty trying to get the pounds down. It may be more water, but I might have to change my diet. So I'm working at that, and that's something I'm working at for me. For you, it might be just getting more rest or setting aside time to read a good book. It's all about you. That's what your self-care is about. What it is that you need to do. Make yourself a priority. The intellectual aspect of your self-care is growing, engaging, your pursuit of learning, whatever it is that you want to learn. Be positive in the midst of what it is that you're desiring to do in terms of perhaps you want to learn more about history, psychology, whatever that subject matter is. Just pursue it. Pursue that aspect of learning by engaging yourself into it. And practice mindfulness. Social is another aspect of your physical plan and of action and self-care and so forth. But socially, you need to be able to interrelate with people. Do things that make you happy. Get out and do the things that make you happy. There are things out here that you probably never even explored, never tried to explore because you're too afraid to do it by yourself. Forget about it. Okay. Some things for granted, I think that maybe as women, we shouldn't probably do by ourselves. But guess what? There's nothing wrong with you taking in a movie, going out to dinner, and perhaps going maybe to some type of event that's local where maybe they're having some kind of jazz concert that's not too far from home where you don't have to be in a large crowd like in a metropolitan area where you probably would have thousands or hundreds of thousands of people. But venture out and do those things that you like to do. Perhaps you might want to go to a concert, but you're waiting for someone. Don't wait. There are people just like you that are doing just what you are fearful of doing daily. And they're taking that extra step to say, you know what? I can't wait on someone to do something with me that I want to do because that's hindering me from doing what makes me happy. So now you need to take the follow through and go on and tackle that. Go on, make it. Just make maybe one this month, another month, make next month, make another one, tackle something. But be proactive about your self-care and your interest and what happens with you. Find people that are interested in doing some of the things that you're interested in doing. There are people out here that would love to have someone just like you to go to that concert with so they don't have to be alone. They would love to be able to go to the movies or to sit down and have a nice dinner. Some people are so fearful of that, and I don't understand why. There's nothing wrong with you going to sit down and have dinner by yourself. Enjoy whatever that meal is. Take your time. If you want to sit up and talk on the phone with someone while you're there, but it's okay to be by yourself. Some of the best things come through you from the universe when you are alone and or single. And if you are a single man or woman, then the universe gets more out of you because your attention and your time is not tied up in the relationship aspect. And there's so much more that you're able to do. And I tell my lady friends this a lot of times. When you get the best time of your life is being single. I know a lot of people don't agree with that, but it is. If you are loving you, if you're loving you and you're getting it in, okay? Yes, I know a lot of people want to be married. They want to be in significant relationships. They want this, they want that. But until you learn how to love yourself, then when you get in that relationship, it's not going to be a healthy relationship because, you need to love yourself first. So think about that. Whatever you're doing now, you want to be able to enjoy that with or without someone significant in your life. And know that there are people out here that will love to be in your company, enjoying life, having dinner, and you'll meet them, having going to a concert or whatever, going to a movie, whatever it is that you want, going to play chess, checkers, work out, whatever it is that you want to do in your self-care. There are people out here that would love to be in your company, and you'll find that you'll meet other people that have the same interests that you have when you're doing that. Okay, so to get off of that subject, I want to talk about the how we meet our teachers. One of the subjects I talked about. We always meet our teacher when we're out here in life, whether it be a friend or an acquaintance. We're meeting someone that can always teach us something. And my statement is we're always seeing that man in the mirror. So guess what? I'm seeing a reflection of myself in you and whomever else that I see. So whatever I see in that person it also exists within me. So that's something that is my teacher, because if I can see something that's not positive in you, then that positivity needs to be in me as well. So I'm teaching myself to be more mindful of the fact that I need to be more positive. Whatever that subject matter is, I don't know what it is for you, or you, but there is something that we're being learned by our teacher if we acknowledge it. We deserve, number 4 under this topic, is that we deserve healthy relationships, that is, or love. And that is that it's not going to be easy or a necessary step of process of spiritual healing, but we can become rejuvenated if we know what we deserve, if we're mindful that we are deserving of it. Know that you're the first teacher of loving yourself, and you're the first teacher teaching anyone else how to love you. So because you deserve a healthy relationship, it's always going to begin with you loving yourself inside and out. Number 5, when we encounter relationships that are not healthy, conversations that are not healthy, arguments that are not healthy, because we can argue and agree to disagree, and it can be healthy. But sometimes we can have unhealthy relationships, unhealthy arguments. Know that, I'm going to say this, apologies are not accepted. What do I mean by that? Never expect the other party involved to provide you the closure that you need by an apology. Let me say that again. Never expect the other person involved to provide closure with an apology to you. Okay? You don't need that. You don't need them to give you closure. You don't need their apology. You say, why? I knew they should apologize. They know they were the... Guess what? You know they were wrong. They know they were wrong. But what you need to do is forgive. Simply forgive. Because if you're waiting on them to give you an apology that they may not ever give you, so you're going to put your life on hold waiting for them to give you an apology that they may not ever give you? Is it worth it? Do you need that? Are you giving them that much power over you? I'm just saying, let's keep it real. You don't need their apology. You need to know that you forgive yourself for allowing yourself to be upset and to think that you did. And move on. Move forward. Move in positivity. Let it go. Release it. Release it. Forgive. Forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. So that you can get your greater good. Okay. Got my point across. Okay. Create a bucket list of opportunities and positivity. That's number 6. Explore a new you. I was saying about you going to the show and things like that, or the movies, or go to the music park, or travel to another state, whatever it is you want to do. But create that bucket list for you, a positivity that you want to attain. Number 7, take time daily to reassess and realign your thoughts and your progress. Remember, you are determined to walk in your purpose. Okay? Remain in yourself. Walk in your purpose. Nobody can tell you what to think, say, or feel, but you know that you have a purpose in life. So make sure you're walking in your purpose. Okay? And with this in mind, I want to close by saying that there is a song that I'm pretty sure we're familiar with, and it's by Sonny Charles and the Checkmates, and it's called Black Pearl. Check it out, because we are precious pearls, and we need to be put up where we belong, but we have to make the first step. This is Phyllis Rigel sending you love as Dr. Love, as we war in the spirit, always respectfully yours. Like, share, and comment.